Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Whew. Is this the first time? Have you guys seen that video, the intro video?
That was really nice.
No, I haven't seen it.
That was
It's
the
the
first
first
time.
time I'm seeing it. It's really nice.
I
Yeah.
think it's nice.
Yeah, very nice. I was like, wow.
So we are gathered here today to talk about our reflections of 2020 and how we, as the founders and board members of Empower Amsterdam, see our version of what has happened and our story with how we've grown, what challenges we've had, also what triumphs we've had. So I wanted us to get together and kind of share that from our own personal experience, but also share what's been going on with Empower and how Empower has grown, because we've definitely grown this year, I think, and evolved in so many ways. So let's just talk. It's just the three of us. Forget the cameras.
But I think that's the right word. Evolve.
Yeah.
Evolve.
Yeah, I agree too. I mean, it's been a roller coaster of a year, but I mean, I think that we pulled out some great stuff from it. And talking about evolving, I mean, pivoting and evolving, I suppose, at the same time. So we're kind of spiraling, you know.
Yeah, but look what you guys, you mainly, because I was locked down somewhere in the world here. When Corona happened, how quickly you guys moved to Zoom and online. I mean, that was amazing. Until now, we're doing quite a lot there.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I think because we were already using online tools, it was a matter of reimagining how to use them.
Yeah.
that's very true. That's very true. And don't put yourself down, Flo, being locked in lockdown in another country and unable to get out for a month was traumatic, and you
I
had to
survived.
survive that. You survived it.
Yeah. So Flor was locked down in Peru. At the same time, we were in lockdown in Amsterdam, in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And we were just doing the best that we could with what we had, I think.
No, but that was, I mean, for me I left and we were doing everything face to face, right? We were having these CCCs, face to face stuff. We're doing events, and then I come back and we not only talk via Zoom, but we have workshops with rooms and everything. So it's quite fast how you move to do much more with Zoom and what we could. So
And I think we answered a need because people were really in a situation where nobody in the country had been in that situation before. And nobody had been, you can't go out your houses. Well, you could go out your houses, but you can't really go anywhere, and I think that need of connection needed to be answered by somebody,
Yeah. At the time, I think we answered it with what I think we did really well is that we were able to reach a new audience that had not heard of us yet.
That's very true. That's very true.
I think one of the really nice things about Corona, for Empower anyway, is that we were having people from New York, from Chicago, from Australia, South Africa, Texas.
Really, South Africa, yes. And then for the weekly calls, right? For the weekly chat. Sorry, for the weekly chat. Yeah.
We had people from everywhere joining us and telling us, encouraging us really that we were doing a good thing, that we were helpful and supportive, and that they wished we were in their country to helping them and doing more. They wished that there was something like that in their country. So I thought that was really nice for us.
Yeah, it was. And it's nice to know that when you talk about community, that the community was kind of global, and not just, I know we're in Empower Amsterdam, and there's a reason for that. It wasn't just Amsterdam that we reached, and I think that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I thought that was nice. I was kind of not just surprised, but like really felt good about receiving that recognition that we
But
were.
also, what many people did is, as soon as they knew what we're doing and they joined one of the weekly chats, they wanted to join Empower.
Yeah.
And that's how we got also more volunteers now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
So,
That's
it's
right.
very true. We got volunteers through that.
through all the activities that we had. Yeah.
Yeah. Jean, do you want to share some of the numbers or statistics that you
Sure.
got?
So, I mean, I don't really like to call them events because we were either doing weekly chats, so weekly community outreach in a way, online outreach, or we were doing workshops. So we did quite a few workshops as well. But overall, on the whole year, we actually did 40 online events. Oh, well, actually 40 events, and 2 of them were face to face before the lockdown, and all the rest were online. So we got loads of experience doing online stuff, which was really good. And there were so many people, especially in the beginning part of from March onwards. So many people joined our events, different types of people, as we say. But I mean, we had big numbers, and we reached out to. Well, there was more than 800 people signed up over the year for different things, you know, and I think that that's also a great achievement that all of them signed up.
I remember very well, Shay, the first time I was giving this, what was it? Was it a weekly chat, or was it a workshop on CV?
Weekly
or
chat.
Intake, I think it was.
Weekly chat, yeah.
Yeah, the weekly chat was the first one. And then you said, it was my first time. And you said, no, I said, I'm going to be okay. And then 75 people signed up, I think. Thank God there were only 60, I think, who joined. But it was like all the faces. I'm like, okay, stay calm. That was the first time, right? And then I had the CCC, which I also thought it's not going to be that much. But again, an audience. So that was when I think it made me learn to, be on camera and not feel funny about it. That was good. Yeah.
I think one of the weird things, because I did one of the first community chats, I think I did the first one. Shay was doing the tech and I was doing the presentation. And the weirdest thing was when you're sitting in your own room and you're doing these things and you're just talking to your computer and there's no feedback because everybody's on mute. And I'm thinking, this is really weird. You normally do a workshop and you're in a room with people and you see their faces and you get feedback from them and you can change what you're saying a bit, because there's feedback and there's just no feedback when you do something live online live.
Yeah.
And it was like, gosh, this is really strange. But then I think we mix it because we then do that interaction, and when we put people into breakout rooms and we discuss things. So I think there's the piece where you do your talk and it's the expert talks, and you're thinking, I'm just talking into a box. And then it comes back and you've got like, as Flo says, for hers, like 80 odd people there and everybody's asking you questions. And that's really great. You get such a buzz of positive energy from that, I think.
I think we have learned quite a lot there. Yeah. It was,
for those who don't know, maybe we should explain who does what at Empower, and maybe you want to share.
I am the guilty one for the coaches. I lead the coaches team. The coaches, this is something that I actually love to do. And when it was a small team, 8 coaches, I could manage it myself really well. And then it was 12, and then it was 14, and then it was 16. I'm like, And then we decided when we got 28 that we actually needed somebody there to help us. So we now have 2 co-directors who help, not me, but they actually work with the coaches. The 30 coaches today, and it looks like early next year we'll be getting 2 more for sure, because of the amount of clients that we have. So that's my part, the coaches. And of course, what the team does is also matches the client to the coach. We have a coach and coordinator who does that. So that's my thing.
And that's really the core business. I mean, that's what we set Empower Amsterdam up to do, was provide free coaching, and we're doing so well with that, Floor. And I'm pleased you've got.
It's not because of me, it's because of the coaches. Every time, I mean, I have to say that as well now, live, that every month we will have 2 or 3 coaches who actually want to join us. I got emails saying, "Hi, my name is this and that. I've heard about you," or "I've seen you," or something, and they want to join. They want to help us. So before we were really easy saying yes, 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 but now we're a bit more strict because we have enough coaches. So we actually have a waiting list. Every time we have a waiting list now, or 12 coaches that we're going to look at for the next year. Yeah.
Wow, 12. That's low.
12. Yeah. And what I do, I go back to them, and some of them I will do the intro and then say in the future. But because we had 2 who left, who had been with us for many years, Galina and Reese, now there is some space to add 2 more, but we still may need more. So I have the pipeline there. But that's what I said. The coaches team is hot because everybody wants to join. And that is nice. And so every month there's always 2 or 3 that I get, and that makes me really happy. So they are the ones who do the job.
Yeah. And then I help to deliver the different programs that we run, all these online programs that we're doing now with a brilliant team who I have working with me. And we do branch out and do different things as well. But there's quite a lot of work in just managing, getting speakers in, organizing in a proper professional setting for everything, and making sure that the tech works and everything like that. So seeing as I said, as we had like 38 online events this year, that's quite a busy schedule. I think next year we have a big schedule. I don't think we're going to have quite as much. Going to have more variety and less repetition in our weekly events, the weekly program, if you see what I mean. Mm-hmm. So I think that's something to look forward to, actually, and also for my program team, for the people who work there, because they can start to spread their wings a bit and not just be glued down to community chats.
But there's quite a big team right now, right? How many?
Well, I have got a big team, and they're great. We need more because we really need more support. So, I mean, any volunteers who are thinking about joining Empower, who are not coaches, they can always get in touch. And
we don't have a waiting list for.
That's why I'm saying.
We'll take people as long because I think one of the things that's brilliant about what I've seen with volunteers who work for us is that they do grow within the role and they learn new things, and that it's not just it's not just we take people because they can do it. We take people and then show them how to do it. And so there's things they can learn, and learn how to, I mean, everybody's working remotely now, but learn different remote tools and things like that, which helps them as well.
Yeah. And I am responsible for the marketing team and the overall strategy for that. We have quite a big team: web developer, content writers, social media specialists rather. They're either learning it or they're bringing the skills and knowledge that they already have And what's really cool about that is that people who, like what Jane said, you can come and learn. But because of the way we are structured, I'll give an example. We have one volunteer who came on as a writer and is now working on being a UX designer, I think. I think that's what she's doing. And we're trading knowledge, and people are getting new experiences and things that they could put on their CV or LinkedIn later on. And this year we added a new team called the Project First team, and I'm sorry, People First team. People First team, and it's basically similar to having an HR team. They're helping us set up the processes and the procedures for how we as volunteers work within Empower, and it's really exciting because it's the first time. I mean, we've been talking about it for a long time, but it's the first time that we can like really dedicate ourselves to making the volunteer experience a nice one, as nice as we can make it.
Yeah.
So, Flora, can you tell us a little bit about the clients that we've been having or this year?
How busy they are. Well,
Yeah.
I have right now, I can tell you, we're helping 129 clients. Since the month of September already, we've been ongoing 100 plus clients. Oh, there's Ethan. 120 plus clients per month. So that's quite a lot. Yes, it is. It is enormous. Hence the reason why also we need more coaches. Unfortunately, I don't have the numbers yet for the whole year, but an estimated will be around 900.
Well,
900 plus.
We've estimated that we've completed 900 client programs this year alone. 900. Yeah.
And we're not there yet. So if you're talking about completed, then the programs are still ongoing now. So there will be more. Yeah. I'm sure we'll be around 1,000 plus.
Wow.
Which is, I think, twice or 3 times more than last year, right?
Yeah.
It's 3 times.
Yeah.
3 times more. So yeah, that is really cool.
We've kind of talked about all the good things that have happened for Empower during 2020, but it hasn't been all good. And maybe we can give people watching a little insight to some of the things that I'll mention one that before COVID, we had just started doing the coaching coffee and croissants event, which was starting out to be a really nice thing where we're getting people to coaches together, or people who wanted to be coaches together and talking about being a coach and having that experience. And then we moved online, and we kind of I think lost our way along the way. And some of the things that we did weren't translating from offline to online, and then we had to stop it for a while, or we have stopped it anyway.
You can see that when you say we're gonna have coffee together, you have to be sitting in front of each other, right?
Yeah.
So it's also the name, but it's also how we used to do it when we do it face to face. It was great. We did have 2 or 3 very successful sessions, but online it didn't. I don't know. It happened a few times, but then it stopped.
Yeah. I think the essence of it was networking, and I think that the essence of that, people at that point were really into face-to-face networking. They thought it was a lovely concept, and going for breakfast and meeting up and everything like that, and it all went really well. And I think one of the difficulties this year is how to network online. I think that people are just now starting to think, this is not stopping. There's no way I'm going to go out for a Friday boral or a Wednesday breakfast in the near future. So I'm going to have to find a different way. And I think that now there's networking groups springing up, which are interesting. and starting to attract people. I think that that's what's happening. But I think that we came in too early with the networking side of that. People weren't so attracted to it then, and they wanted a proper breakfast.
Yeah. Exactly. That was really fun. But maybe it will come back once COVID is a bit gone. Then I think we should try it again. Sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Did you see any other challenges on your side, Jane and Fleur? Things that were a bit more challenging this year?
Getting people to paid workshops. I think that people who there was so many online offerings that were free, that when you say we want to put on this workshop, you're going to learn a lot, it's going to be value for money, it's going to cost you, and we were only charging 20 euros. And people were like very reluctant to pay that 20 euros. And our revenues have really halved this year. Because the other thing I do is the books for Empower Amsterdam. So I know.
You forgot to say that.
So the revenues are definitely much, much lower than they were in the last years, when we've always done live events, live workshops, and encourage people to meet in a lovely setting and enjoy to learn in a nice environment. And I think that that's been a challenge.
Yeah, no, that is exactly for me, especially for me. And I don't know, but I see you both much easier online than me. I don't know why, but I am more the person who wants to have coffee and keep talking to people that I work with or people that I know, keep my contacts going, and talk and learn and explore when I meet them. I kind of have to sit with them, have a wine or a coffee or lunch, whatever. And that has not happened this year for me at all.
No.
So, and then of course online, yes, but it's not the same. So that has been, a bit of a challenge. But apart from that, I think it's managing expectations for what we need to do for myself when we work on Empower and on the social enterprise, right? So but further than that, it's just it's okay.
I forgot to mention we started a social enterprise.
Yeah.
Which was very successful.
Well, it is. We have.
It's getting there. It's getting there. So we opened up a social enterprise in 2019. At the end of 2019, and then 2020 we started building it up, and then COVID happened, and we really didn't get enough traction yet to build that up and create the network and managing Empower Amsterdam at the same time, and all the things that were going on in general, I think slowed down the progress for empowerment. But it's out there. We're running our first redundancy program or outplacement program for people who have been recently made unemployed, or maybe not recently, but who have been made unemployed from their company. It's a 6-week program with workshops and one-to-one coaching. And the way we do coaching, it's really about helping you get through not just how to get on, start a new career, but also there's an emotional journey that happens when you've been made redundant. And we strongly believe in taking you through that as well with our one-to-one coaching. So I'm excited about that. I think that is going to be really good. And I'm glad that we're finally doing it. So this is something that I want us to really champion on for 2021, because there are still some companies letting people go. And we want to be here to help them transition through all of that.
Definitely. And I also think there will be more going forward into 2021. I think there'll be other companies having to let people go as well. There was a big surge in the summer with some companies, but I think there's going to be more now. And it's all ready to help people in a very structured way get back into the workforce.
Yeah.
Very
So we're actually ready with it, right? It's
Yeah.
live, it's ready. We're just
yeah.
No, I know, because you want to add this or maybe that, but now it's just completely ready.
No, it's ready. It's ready to
Yeah.
go. Ready to
Sounds
to help
cool.
people. To help people with
So,
that.
so
And it really is a transition
yeah, we'll
from.
be busy after the new year. We'll be busy again.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about Empower, but I really, if you want to share how 2020 has affected you personally, the ups and the downs, whatever you feel comfortable sharing, because I know I'll start with me. I know that for me, it's been a complete roller coaster of excitement and intensity, especially when we were in the first lockdown. I think Jane and I took a week to like kind of sulk a little bit. I know I was sulking when they told us. I was like, what are we going to do? This has completely changed everything. And then we quickly were able to transition. But for me personally, I think I'm a ambivert, which is half extrovert, half introvert. I hope
Oh
I'm
my
saying it.
God. What is that word if you have half?
Ambivert.
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 Oh, I've heard ambivert. Yeah.
So I can be very comfortable. And I heard from another friend of mine, she called it strategic extrovert. So for me, there's definitely a part of me that is quite happy to stay home and I don't have to interact with people. There's also a part of me that needs the energy of being with people and contacting them and just it's a different energy when you're in person. But I found for myself that I just started becoming much more of a hermit, and maybe other people were too, but it just became more of so comfortable not to go outside the house. And so, because everything was coming to me and all of my meetings were online and I didn't have to go very far. And it was just getting very comfortable with not interacting too much. And then towards the end of the year, this fall, I had an accident. I had a concussion, and then I caught COVID. So for like 2 months straight, I was completely not as active as I wanted to be, and it affected my business. It affected, my regular life. But I realized I really needed that rest. I really needed to not be working and not be doing. And I think if I look back in hindsight, I was going so much before that it was probably my body was like, or the universe was like, it's time to put a break on there. Take a break. I'm going to force you to take a break. And just as I was getting better, I was starting to ramp up everything. I got COVID. It's like, it's almost like the universe saying, I told you to take a break. You're not listening.
There you go again.
Yeah. So that was a little, it could be looked at it upward or down, but I think I learned from that I really, really, really need, when my body says take a break, I got to take a break. And I think I also got some clarity from taking that break, things that I want to do and how I want to structure my life. And so in a way, it was good.
Yeah. Things happen for a reason, huh? See? Things happen for a reason. Yeah.
It was good
to look for the positive. Silver lining.
The only person in the world who says it's good to get COVID.
What about you guys?
I've found it's a real slog. This online, not really an end in sight to it. They say there's a vaccine, but like I don't think I'm on the list for a while. So my business has not been as buoyant as it was the years before. So not having it's what has been good is having the support of the government who have supported small business owners, which has helped. And as this lockdown started, it was very nice to know, I still can claim again, because I only claimed for 3 months in the first lockdown, and now I can claim again. And I'm still working as well. It's not that I have no clients, but it's nice to know that when there's no clients, that there is money going to come in. So that's nice, I think. But it is a struggle, and I do think as well that because of what was happening, especially on the first lockdown, where it was really quite scary. I think when we went on lockdown and they started sending like NL alerts on your phone, like do you remember that first few days? And you would get stay home, NL alert, stay home. It's like,
oh my God.
You weren't here. It was horrible.
No, you missed it.
It was really scary. And I think that low level of stress all the time was very difficult. It got you, you know. So working with Empower Amsterdam and trying to make things happen for them, for us, helped put that whole thing out of my mind. So that was probably why I was like, oh yeah, let's do this. Oh yeah. We'll do this. But it was scary, and it's been difficult. And I still don't. I am not particularly an extrovert person, but I do get. And my husband's a real introvert, but he really misses going to a restaurant, you know. And it's like we only go to a restaurant like once a month, but like when there's no restaurants open at all. My blessing is I have great neighbors, and we spend quite a lot of time with them, and it's just so nice. And also just being able to get out into nature because of the animals, and being able to do that every day, you know. So they're my saving graces. But it's I understand where people are coming from when they're absolutely stressed out by the situation and the money side of it and the economics of it and everything. It's difficult. And you, Flor?
Well, yeah, we talked about it already. It's the lockdown in March, right? I wasn't here. I went to Peru for 10 days, and I stayed there 32, I think. And meanwhile, there were a lot of things happening. You know, my mother-in-law was very ill and everything. So that was heavy. I was really like being there, your kids here, husband here, and what's happening? And then, of course, you hear when you're there, you hear that this is bad. This is going, you know. So that happened, and then I come here, and then there's my mother-in-law who passed away, and then every time I'm hoping it's going to be okay, it's going to pass, because I don't know if it's introvert or extrovert, but I like to see my sisters, my family. I love to be, well, you guys know me, my family, you know. Not only my family, my kids and husband, but my sisters and my nephews and my nieces, and the whole shebang is quite big. And we couldn't meet now. We couldn't see each other, especially because they're older. We still are very careful. We used to meet every month because there's a birthday party every month. And now we haven't seen each other in a party thing. And then, of course, you know, I love to dance. So that's Robert. And we will always go with our friends once a month or every 2 months, have some dinner, some drinks, piano bar, sing, ring, be crazy, get distressed. Hasn't happened. It's like now I'm really feeling old. It's like I can't do anything that I like. And then, but on the other hand, I love being home, and I have developed a new hobby. I mean, I love plants already, but I'm spending a lot of time with my plants. My kids are saying your plants are more important. So I guess that's what helps me to relax and not to think about. And then of course I walk and do sports a lot, but still the plants have helped me making them nice and taking care of them, because what else do you do when you want to relax, right? You can't go out. So, but yeah, that is helping me. And now of course we're hoping for the vaccine to come, but I think we're going to be on the list, no? Isn't it all we want to do first? So I don't know.
I don't think I'll be one of the first.
Oh, okay. I don't know. But then also, I don't know if I would do it because it's so new. I would have people try it out first. But like my son said, why don't they give that to the younger people, because they are the ones who are misbehaving. Yeah, and they're the ones who are, but yeah. So I'm just being hopeful that everything is going to pass soon. I just need to have my family around more often, and then be able to go out. Remember us, we would have lunch outside and something. Now it's I think we met once at this hotel, right?
July. We met once in July. And not a hotel. We were at a station, Central Station.
Yes, Central Station. Yeah. So it's like that's it. I mean, once or twice a year. That's it. We just hope they will pass.
It will. It will.
I want to. First, let me share this comment from Stefania. Thanks, Stefania, for joining us. COVID, animals, and plants, all those secrets of you.
Yeah, nice. Oh, that's so funny.
I want to close it off on a positive or hopeful note. So if you can think of 2021, what do you think will be, or what do you hope for 2021? What do you see? If you're looking in a crystal ball, what do you think is going to happen in 2021?
For Empower or for everything? For the world?
Probably maybe a mix of Empower and the world. We're part of the world. So yeah.
I think that next year will be more structured. I think if you look at everything, every government, every hospital, every medical expert has been scrabbling to keep ahead, to keep above, and they've done brilliantly. They've all done what they're supposed to do, and I think that's the same as us. We've done really well, but we have been just trying things out. Let's try this, let's try that. And I think that next year we've learned so much, and we have so much to bring forward, that what's going to happen next year is we'll just be able to crystallize what we know and bring it forward further. I think that that's what I think is the way 2021 will be. It will not be a panic.
You're right. What I see is as, and then I'm going to talk again about the social enterprise, because there is Empower, yes, but then in my, if I can say that, in the coaches team, everything is going well, it's growing. So for me, it's focusing on the social enterprise, that we can work on the program that we have, and that we can do work again with the CCC and with more coaches. I think we're ready for that. I think we're ready to expand much more on how do we support new coaches? How do we work with them? I like that part. Empower is just going to get more clients, and we're going to need more coaches.
Yeah. I think we've learned so much through trial and error, and I think, like both of you said, it's going to be more structured, but also we're going to be expanding as well. And I like how we handled testing things out this year, because I mean, it was like, well, there's a pandemic. What else? What could go wrong beyond this? So yeah, let's be online every Friday for 2 hours, and let's try this and let's try that. So I'm hoping that we take that that openness to trying new things into 2021, but taking also what we've learned already. So the new things we have will be even better, smarter, and I expect that we're going to continue to make some mistakes and just keep learning. But what I'm really thinking also, that the way of working is going to change so drastically. Well, maybe not drastically, but when you talked about the structure, I think working from home, it's going to be a bit more structured, and companies will have to help people have better internet subscriptions, and
Mm.
have the right computer and the right camera. You can't just let people work from home and don't support them. Although I do know some companies help with the desk or chair or extra
Mm.
screen, but I think it's also the support in terms of learning balance. Like, even though you're working from home, turn off your computer
Yeah.
after a certain hour, stop checking
Yeah.
stuff, and also learning how to manage everything around you that might be going on. Because I don't foresee, even with the vaccine, we might still have more numbers going up. Who knows?
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So I want to, unless there's anything else you guys want to add or share.
No, I think we've
No,
done
I'm
it.
actually looking forward to Friday. We have an online party, don't we?
We're having our
Yeah.
virtual party this Friday. Yeah. So we'll be
Yeah.
partying, have
A
our own
virtual
Zoom
Christmas
party,
party. Yeah.
virtual Christmas party.
So we
Yeah.
are gonna have our wine next to us, or how is that gonna work?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have wine next to me. I don't know
I'm
about you.
You don't have to drive, Jane, so you can have wine.
No, I know. And I'm going to my neighbour's afterwards, so she's doing the dinner. So
Oh,
Oh,
that's
I'm set for
cool.
Friday.
You're
I can just
safe.
roll into her house drunk and
Yeah.
be fine.
Okay, no, I'm looking forward to that because it's with everybody, right?
I hope so.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's invited, and it'll be great to see everybody.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's gonna be cool.
So
Okay.
I want to say thank you guys, whoever is watching us live or in person. And if you have any comments or questions that you want to ask, drop them in the comments and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. And I want to thank Jane and Fleur, who hardly ever do stuff like this with me going live, especially Fleur. Jane, I can talk her into it, but Fleur, oh my. So Fleur, thank you, especially Fleur, for coming on here.
But I'm learning and I'm here, right?
Yes,
Moving out of my
thank you,
comfort
Jane.
zone.
Jane is
Making
like,
growth.
she's like, oh, please don't ask me anymore.
No, it's all
So I
right.
appreciate you
I
guys
enjoy
being on here.
You are welcome.
All right. So for now, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay. See you. Bye,
Bye.
Jane.